Hey Carrie, this is Coach Kate and this is your butterfly video. I'm going to let it run all the way through so that you can see 125 and then I'll let you know what I think. Okay. So the first thing that I'm looking for when I look at the above water video is to see the timing and the quality of your kicks. Ideally you should have two kicks in your butterfly, one that helps you get out of the water and then the one that helps that you get back in. So you should have a kick here and then a kick here. What you'll see as I run it is that you have a kick that helps you get in, but you don't have one that helps you get out, which is just making getting from this position out of the water over recovering much, much harder. So make sure that you kick in and then also kick out. So a kick in, you have that one, and then also add a kick out. It's going to help a lot. Make sure that your kick is being driven from the hip. Ideally, your hip should be bouncing kind of up and down. Yours is just a little bit flat. So try to think of your hip coming up and down and up and down, and that'll create kind of a natural wave undulation in your legs. The other thing I want to look at, okay, is your head position and your recovery above water. You're going to see that your head is quite high the whole time, and then you tuck it in at the very, very end of your recovery, and you tuck it in a little bit late. So just to show you, okay, your hands are recovering, and your head enters the water after your hands. This just makes it much, much harder. Your hands are going to kind of want to follow your head and your shoulders, so if they're going in before your head, it's just going to be a lot harder. Okay, so what I want you to do is take your breath a little earlier, get your head in, and then allow your shoulders and arms to follow your head into the water. Just to show you what this looks like. This is a front perspective of Michael Phelps, and what I want you to see is that he leads early with his breath right out of the water, and then immediately tucks his head in so that his head gets into the water before his arms do. So you can see that his head is completely gone right here, and then his arms kind of naturally fall nice and relaxed into the water. You're struggling a little bit because your head is high. The only other thing I would say is as you come out of the water, okay, try to keep your arms nice and straight, and try to be relaxed as you come through the recovery. That's going to help, that's going to come easier when you have a better second kick, but it's also going to be easier if you straighten your arms out and just let them drag along the surface of the water. If we look from below, okay, yes, there wasn't much of a streamline there. Try to hold your head and get some dolphin kicks before you initiate your stroke. Keep your head down as you do so. So you can see that there's no second kick, and that's really making everything difficult for you. So you kick right here, and the kick comes very much from your knees and not so much from your hips. Okay, and then there's no second kick. Your legs just kind of drag behind. So I'm going to say once again, you really need to work on that second kick. That's going to make everything so much easier. All right, now I just want to look at your pull. Okay, so here you are, your arms are entering, and now you're ready to pull. You'll see that your hands tend to go down, and then they go out and back. Try to, when you enter the water, think about bringing your hands forward towards the under end of the water rather than deep. And then bend your elbows and get into this position with your chest low, your elbows high, and your hands down. This is that nice high elbow catch position that we were talking about with all the strokes. Then flick the water towards your feet. You're diving down a little bit in the beginning, and that means that you have to come back up in order to get into the catch position. So try to reach out in front of you. Just so I can show you what this looks like. Okay. You'll see that as she enters the water, her hands stay very, very shallow towards the surface up here. That just allows her to immediately get into a pull position. All right, Carrie. So the biggest thing is going to be adding that second kick, and all the other things are going to naturally happen a lot easier once you integrate that into your stroke. Good job.